Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had the Poison Sky. Continuing on where the Sontaran stratagem left off, the Doctor, Martha, Unit, and Donna continued to face off against the Sontarans. And, yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good all around. And at the end, the Doctor, Martha, and Donna were on the TARDIS, and then the TARDIS just started going without any input from any of them. So, yeah, we'll see why that's happening. That'll be interesting to see why. Yeah, that's basically that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Let's stick to this episode and previous episodes of, here we go, Doctor Who Classic, Torchwood, and the Sarah Jane adventures that I have reacted to. Because if you missed that on Monday, I did start reacting to the Sarah Jane adventures. You can go find that video. I watched Invasion of the Bane. It was really cool and really fun. And yeah, that's going to be going up whenever. It's complicated to tell you when exactly it's going to be going up. But yeah, just be on the lookout. I'm reacting to Sarah Jane now too. So with that all being said, let's get right into this episode of Doctor Who. Here we go.
That feeling you get? Like swallow the hamster.
Ah, jeez.
Look, no weapons, never any weapons, we're safe.
Look at their hands. They're clean. Alright, process them. Invest.
Yeah, they'd never have weapons. Why is it that they're specifically clean?
Arm yourself.
Why does that look like Gendry? Pretty sure that is, actually.
Who is she?
Well, she's my daughter.
Hello, Dad.
Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Whoa, what are those? Ah, dang it. Oh! She's got some moves.
2, 3.
Very creative designs.
Look, just because I share certain physiological traits with simian primates doesn't make me a monkey's uncle, does it?
I'm not a monkey. Or a child.
Yeah, she's Gallifreyan, technically.
What planet's this?
And the TARDIS isn't translating any of this, but I guess it is underwater. Ah, this would be so freaky. Oh. She has really great... I don't know, she can really take this kind of stuff. Because, man, bunch of weird fishmen trying to touch you.
How long's this walking on for? Longer than anyone can remember. Countless generations marked only by the dead.
Then why are you still going?
Because we must.
From the beginning of time, it was caught and kept as the source. It was lost when the war started. But it's here,
Interesting.
somewhere. Whoever holds the source control. And you're the one who showed us the path to victory. But you can consider
Accidentally.
from your prison cell. Klein and arms.
Oi! Cool the beans, Rambo.
Take them. I won't have them
Cool the
smelling
beans.
And if you try anything,
Oh.
Doctor, I'll see that you...
What are you staring at?
You keep insisting you're not a soldier, but look at you, drawing up strategies like a proper general.
No, I'm trying to stop the fighting.
Isn't every soldier?
It's true.
I suppose, but that's...
Doc, you were in a war.
This, Donna, give me your phone. Donna, will you tell her?
Oh, you are speechless. I'm loving this. You keep on, Jenny.
Wow. I mean, that's true. The only person
You're
to...
alive!
Doctor!
The only person to really get to him is his own daughter. That's funny.
And
This is not where I expected this episode to go, by the way. We'll talk about that later.
Listen, have you got that stethoscope? Give it to me. Come on.
Does she have two hearts?
What are you... Listen, and then tell me where she belongs.
so cute, too. Always giving him those puppy dog eyes. She's Gallifreyan. Pure Gallifreyan, too, because she was only made from you.
That was a war.
Like this one.
Yeah.
Bigger. Much bigger.
Yeah, but
And you fought.
he ended it.
And killed.
He was the last survivor, other than the Master.
Then how are we different?
It's just that you've risen above the Time War. She just hasn't yet. You need to give them the chance.
Does that mean I'm dangerous? Or that I need protecting?
Protecting from what?
Oh, I don't know. Men like you.
Just like Melisandre, she knows the way to his heart.
Keep quiet and open the
Well,
door.
and a bit more.
I'd like to see you try that. I have picked up a few womanly wiles over the years.
Let's save your wiles for later.
Ah, no.
Case of emergency.
No, but it would be funny.
The prison cell said 1/6.
Always thinking, both of you. Who are you people?
I told you I'm the doctor.
The doctor. That's it.
That's all he ever says.
So you don't have a name either? Are you an anomaly too?
No.
No, he just chose the name the Doctor.
Nothing but a soldier.
She's trying to help.
Their guns are weird. Why are there flames? Nice! Now you're thinking like the Doctor. Ah, crap.
There isn't. Jenny, I can't.
I have to manage on my own.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna go through.
Watch in line, Father.
Here comes that soldier.
That was impossible.
Impossible. Just a bit unlikely.
Oh, can he swim? No. He's just sacrificing himself. Well, then what? Friggin'. I'm about to cry over friggin' half peck.
Don't I've been a father before.
What?
Lost all that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Along with everything else.
I'm sorry.
He's a grandfather,
I didn't
too.
know.
When I look at her now, I can see them. The hole they left, all the pain that filled it.
Aww.
Just don't know if I can face that every day. First wave of human Hath co-colonization of planet Messaline.
So it is the original ship.
But what happened?
Phase 1 construction. They used robot drones to build a city.
But does it mention the war?
Okay.
Final entry. Mission commander dead. Still no agreement on who should assume leadership. Hath and humans have divided into factions. That must be it.
Okay.
Vacuum. 0724. No.
What does it mean?
7 days.
That's it. 7 days.
Just 7 days.
What do you mean 7 days?
7 days since war broke out.
This war started 7 days ago.
7 days?
A week.
They said years.
No. They said generations. And if they're all like you, and they're products of those
Oh.
They
machines.
could have 20 generations in a day.
What is it?
Terraforming. It's a third generation terraforming device.
So are we suddenly in Kew
Okay.
Gardens?
Because that's what it...
I'm the doctor, and I declare this war is over.
Oh! And screw your terraforming.
The gases will escape and trigger the terraforming process.
Oh, cool.
What does that mean?
It means a new world.
Doctor. Oh.
Jenny? Jenny? Talk to me, Jenny.
No, come on.
You're my daughter. And we've only just got started.
Oh. You finally acknowledged it.
You're gonna be great.
Friggin' Doctor Who. That's the Time War.
I never would.
Oh.
Have you got that? I never would.
Can you at least hit him? God, that got scary. And he's the last Gallifreyan again. Man, he is tall.
Goodbye, Dr. Jones.
Yeah, why don't you go chill for a bit? You go chill. You've been on Torchwood and Doctor Who. Oh, dear.
Hello, boys.
The shuttle.
So she's still alive.
Hey, what are you doing? Come back.
Planets to save, civilizations to rescue, creatures to defeat. And an awful lot of running to do.
All right. You do that. Okay. That just... Alright. Not sure about that ending, guys. Ugh. They kind of undercut the emotion there a little bit. I don't know. Okay, as a quick thought on the ending, I feel like that did kind of undercut the emotion a little bit of her dying. And I feel like maybe it was a bit of a cop-out, but... yeah. I'm gonna be interested to see what you guys think about that ending. Because I don't know about that. Alright, well... So, leave in the comments what you guys thought about the ending of that, because I'm very curious as to what... people think about that. So yeah. Okay, so let me just go over the notes that I got for this episode. I wrote down clean. It's interesting that when they first arrived, they noticed how clean they were. I'm not sure exactly what that means. It's just, I don't know. They were clean, they took note, and that's why they found such an interest in the Doctor and then created Jenny. Okay, so I knew the name of this episode. I knew this was coming up at some point. Not where I thought this would go, like in the slightest. Yeah, not... When I saw that there was going to be an episode called The Doctor's Daughter, I thought it was actually going to be about the Doctor's daughter. Like his actual real daughter, as in, I don't know, maybe the mother of Susan, his daughter. Yeah, and I thought like, oh, well, that would be interesting if they did that. But I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh, well, we'll see where that goes. And then to get this episode, where that's not the case at all, it's just that they created a soldier, they generated a soldier instantaneously and purely from his DNA, and that's his daughter. That they created a daughter for him. That is interesting, I gotta say. And I also have to say, it's very ironic that his daughter would be a soldier. Now, granted, part of that is because, they are all created to be soldiers. That's their whole point of being created, is that they're all supposed to be soldiers. And especially, this really works after 2 episodes with UNIT, where the Doctor hates having to work with UNIT. Kind of. He tolerates it to a degree, but he doesn't like how militaristic UNIT is. He kept saying, like, if I see one more gun, I'm going to lose it. Like, he hates guns. He hates how militaristic UNIT is. To go from that to saying, this is your new daughter, she is a soldier. Like, that's perfect. And the fact that he has to teach her to sort of lessen her soldier instincts and become a bit more like him. But I do like that through her, we do start to realize the irony of the Doctor hating soldiers and hating, like, militaristic stuff, because he is very much a soldier. He's always coming up with strategies, and he's got different ways to beat his enemies, and the fact that he did fight in a war. He was in the Time War, so he was a soldier, and he ended the Time War too. That's the thing. So I like that through this episode, where it's just like, oh, he now has a random daughter. It's like, we really went into the Doctor's character a lot, because we showed how similar he is to this daughter that was created for him. So yeah, I like that. And I really like Jenny. She was a lot of fun, I gotta say. And I wish we could have kept her as a companion. But so I kind of figured, like, okay, something's got to happen, because obviously the Doctor would take her with him, because he can't just leave her there. So, and I thought, okay, there's no way she's sticking around. No way. You don't bring in a companion on episode 6 of a season. So, yeah, I knew something has to happen. And it was very telegraphed that Cobb was going to shoot her. So, yeah. And, again, her death was very emotional. Because, and it's interesting, too, because we just got to know this character. This character was literally created for this episode and created in this episode. And still, her death is really affecting. Like, ooh, that really hit me, as it did the Doctor. So yeah, like, I knew that we couldn't keep her around, but I did love her death. I felt it was perfect and very solid and emotional, and it really got to me. But then they sort of undercut it. She's still alive, and now she's just having her own adventures. I don't know about that. So, yeah. I wrote down the Sigh. It's an interesting creation myth that this god, basically, created the universe, but was disappointed they were disappointed with what they created, so they sighed, and then they left, basically. So it was just, but that sigh apparently was kept and it was harnessed into the Source. And I do like that basically this all formed from this terraforming device. This thing that can breathe new life into a dead planet. That was really effective, and I really liked that. The Hath, I wrote down the Hath. Interesting designs, really did like them. It's also interesting that they were just part of the crew, basically. But when they didn't know who to, replace the captain, basically, there was dissent, and they formed into those factions of Human and Hath. So that was interesting. I wrote down Soldier, which we talked about, with the very deep comparisons between Jenny and the Doctor, which was interesting. So yeah. It's interesting that in all of this, explaining who the Doctor is to his daughter, who doesn't know anything, they never mention Gallifreyan. They never mention Gallifrey. Because, and you guys have said that new Doctor Who tends to have a problem with discerning between Time Lord and Gallifreyan. Whereas Time Lord is technically the title that the Doctor has and other Time Lords have, but that's not his species. Their species is Gallifreyan, and they've even said that in new Doctor Who too. So the species is Gallifreyan. They're from the planet Gallifrey, but they are also... But then there's a select group of them which are Time Lords, which includes the Doctor and the Master too. So that's interesting, but yeah, it's strange that they never brought up the term Gallifrey. So yeah, I wrote down family. It's interesting and sad to hear about the Doctor's family, because he did have a family, straight up. Beyond just the fact that, we've seen his granddaughter in classic Doctor Who, which implies she had a parent. So, and then there's, it's possible that he had an even bigger family than that. But where are they? They're dead. They all have to be dead. And the Doctor... And every time the Doctor looks at Jenny, he was reminded about that. Because he sees he sees them in her, basically. And he wasn't sure, what do I do? This is hard. All I'm remembering is my dead family in this daughter that I never wanted. This daughter that just sort of happened, basically. And then the last thing I wrote down was the 7 days, which was very interesting. The fact that they keep cycling through all these people, that everything just becomes a legend in 1 week. That's crazy that all of that happened in a week. But it created such this deep history of what had happened. So yeah, really did love this episode. Thought this was a good one. But boy, do I wish we could have kept Jenny. Or at the very least, I do kind of wish she had stayed dead. Or maybe leave it open, she could come back sometime. Leave it open, not just that, well, she's alive, forget your whole emotional stuff, bye. It's so we're gonna have to see what you guys think about that. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.